What's going on, peeps? We're gonna do some 30-minute beat challenges. You see, we got the little timer and everything ready to go. So we just need to get some samples going. Let's get into this screen real quick and actually flip over to this one. And let's look for some samples real quick because it's gotta do. Hold on. Hello, how you doing? Oh, hello. Thing is though, it's a lo-fi style, but we won't take it lo-fi, we'll take it somewhere else. All right, cool. We got that sample downloaded now. Got Live 11, guys. Let's move into the little produce screen. Is this the right button to press? Yeah, it is. Sick. That sounded really weird. You know, there's like weird B sections in like a Drake track. But let me reverse this and see what that sounds like, because that's what I can kind of hear. But let's hit the fancy button that we got now. We got 30 minutes to turn this into something, so I want this to be all right. So I want it in the background, but I also want it louder. So let's change the gain, thicken this up a little bit. And we're going to use this reverb to push it to the back. So this is the cool part. Like, I make music sometimes really backwards, and I kind of embrace it now. So sometimes I like to just try and find some notes that sit within the scale while it's playing. What we got? All right, and now we got this piano. I'm gonna try a different sound. I really like that first bit. So in this occasion, I'm gonna duplicate that channel, and we'll keep the first one the way it was, and then we'll just go for that first initial chord. Scrap the rest of this, and then just have that as like a little accent. I'm all about, I think for me, I'm all about different textures. So it's a lot more subtle, but so I'm thinking that bright one could be for maybe the chorus, the low one could be more like the verse. So let's see if we can turn this up within Pigment, so that way we don't have to have any additional plugin. We can turn up there. Amazing. So we got two different textures out of the same thing. It's like one of those, you buy one, you get two free, or buy one, get one free. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to try and approach these sounds. Okay, let's start to just build the basis of a beat just so we can get some direction. Let's get a hat going. Real simple hats. Go for the old standard. All right. I don't like to overdo it, but this one I want to do some little bits of flavor. Let's increase the release. Right now I'm looking for like an 808. So what I do when I'm about to lay the 808 in and I have a set of melodies and notes going, I like to bring them down straight away, so I instantly hear that impact of the 808 from the jump. Crispy, I don't know if you're watching this, because I think you asked me how to create bounce. So I always start with just duplicating the first note. I create the bounce and then I'll change the notes after. Boom. I can already hear the beat in my head, so it's a bit unfair to really explain it, but I can already hear like a double snare, like a boom, 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 something like that. So let me, it's unfair. So let me try and get the sound I'm hearing in my head, so you guys can be on the same track as me. Another reason why I do all my stuff in MIDI is because right until just as I'm about to export the master, I'll change the snare. I have no loyalty to these sounds. So that's why I can't sit there and drag the notes in. People ask me why don't I make beats that way. It's because when I want to make a quick decision, I have to now go through and change every note you've dragged in on the arrangement view. So when I use MIDI, I can just drag and drop and every single snare is changed within the beat. So that's why I do that. And for doing ghost notes, you could do velocity, but I like to have two different versions of it. So I've got the one that's loud here, and this second one is going to be the quieter one. Right, it's 17 minutes. So we'll have this one here. Puts a little bit of reverb. There we go. So that bounce is not even what I'm listening to. It's like, and if you can't get bounce within 2 bars, you need to go back to the drawing board. So I've already got bounce within 2 bars. Boom, 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 boom. When he does my drums with audio samples, it sets my hat to MIDI. Yeah, well then you just locked in though, because those people are always the ones that go to me, oh, I can't get a good mix out of my beat. And I'm like, have you tried changing your sounds? No, it's what I feel. Like I get a good mix because more time, if the clap ain't working, I'm not gonna spend 2 hours trying to mix it to get it right. I'm just gonna change the clap. I ain't got time for that. And number one, the artists don't care what the clap sounds like. They just want to be able to rap. All right, cool. So now let's listen to. So we have the loop here, there, there. I should have really plugged my launchpad in. Well gone. Okay, that's looking nice. Let's take some of the low ends out of this. It's gonna start clashing with my 808. Coming up to 10 minutes. Every time I watch you guys 808, it's practice, man. All right, so that last note can come back down to, ooh. All right, so now on the second time round, I'm gonna go with the triplet for here instead. So we get some of this. Just trying stuff out, see if we get some variation. So what I do now is I have a separate effects rack, which is just basically a drum rack. And I just try and get some additional sounds to throw into the beat. And just get creative with it, man. Like, don't think about it. Just see what you can make. Two. All right, and then obviously you gotta blend them in. Ooh, bit of XL, 100. Let's get it. song. Snag that. Brother. The car. Chat. Ooh, that's a bounce. Yeah, I quite like that myself. Maybe you should see the octave. Alright, let's do a quick structure. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like that, Alex. Alright, that's a quick layout. We're gonna do this off. I didn't want the hi-hats to dip out for that long, so we'll bring it back in. That's God, 10 seconds, fam. Let's loop this intro bit round, and that'll be the beat. Ding, mother. Samuel Jackson. All right, so that was a rhythm, man. Crazy vibe with, like, I don't know, maybe a Future on there, like a. If I added a bit more, like a kick in that, obviously. That's another thing, guys. If you watch me make beats, I tend to put the kicks very late in my beat, just because I never know what the mix is gonna be like. So I'll spend a bit of time just making sure the kick kind of slaps correctly. Just trying to think if this Drake acapella is gonna work. I'm not sure.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tootsie. But for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, that going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy have made me. And she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. Your Money Records, the Army, the Navy. They ran me 10,000, I threw it like Brady. The foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trust in my they never betray me. Met all these they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody's.
Wheel up that cheese. Hey, come on. Man, them came through with the. Where's the.
Glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 2,500 for a pair of tennis shoes. Same price, I can make them dance, can't finish. Lawyer being charged, yeah, you like a voodoo. Real dope boy, 100,000 in Visa. President's attention, I thought we don't see you. I been getting money, I ain't worried about what he do. I'm getting money like I'm from the 80s. Man, Dre about to drop, man, they gon' go crazy. They know I'm the truth, coming straight from the basement. I'm straight as a street, man, I come from the pavement. A million all hundreds, it make them go crazy. Wham, wham, wham. On them, baby.
Alright, cool. So that's a beat done. Obviously, there's a lot more you could add to it, more production, but keep it simple. I'll probably throw a kick in it later, but that's it for now.
John the Dreamer.
And Lil Baby, that going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy have made me. And she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. Your Money Records, the Army, the Navy. They ran me 10,000, I threw it like Brady.